And we should be live. Let me check.
Well, YouTube is not showing anything yet.
There we go. We're live.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, hello everyone, Ace here, and today I am back with returning guest Urosocium.
Hello, everyone.
And today we are back with Star Wars The High Republic Adventures, The Monster of Temple Peak. The comic about the spider that became a little bit of a meme from this comic. But yeah, so let's go ahead and see how it goes, shall we? Alright, so we know it once again, written by Cavan Scott of Warhammer Adventures Infamy, so yep. Chapter 3, Into the Lair. Lion's Amen says first, welcome aboard, Lion's Amen. Whoosh. Alright. Do you want to voice the creature on the left, or the alien on the left, and I'll voice her?
Fine by me. Can I do that next time?
No.
Do you have any gadgets I can use?
No.
Look, about last night.
There's nothing to talk about.
Well, there is that girl. When she fell, there was nothing you could have done.
I told you, there's nothing to talk about.
No, okay.
It was bad enough when I had Kale 03 whittering in my ear.
Your droid, she seems wise.
She's a machine, a tool, and one that is thankfully out of range. Already showing us to be a likable character here.
Full of empathy.
Mm-hmm. Blast it!
Die!
I'm fine, no drama.
Wait a fucking second.
How would that work?
It doesn't. It cannot. She should be sliding down. Second page. Second page.
I'm pretty sure we've had this issue happen before. Oh yes, we did actually. It was in the very first issue of the Marvel High Republic comic as well. I knew
nice.
I knew that this was a recurring problem here.
Do we give them points for consistency?
I mean, sure, but it's kind of like the consistency of it's kind of like a stormtrooper having consistency. He's consistently missing the target.
That's true.
Well. Lion's Amen says, this guy is too nice, I'm pretty sure he'll die. We shall see. Give me your hand.
Why?
We need to get you across.
What about your supplies? Couldn't you just, use the force to float me over?
That's actually a good point.
Yes.
Take my hand. Yeah!
Oh!
So she threw and kicked him over. Or
Apparently.
something.
This is not the force, at least.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Jedi can use the Force to improve either their strength or what have you. I know they can improve their speed doing it, using the Force, but...
Yeah, but if you are going to do that, why can't you go with his plan?
Again, a good point. And it's a good point that they never address. They just address it with "take my hand." It's like Cavan is actually critiquing his own comic here for us.
Well, he's doing a nice job.
All right.
There was no need to throw me so hard.
You're welcome.
Tai, is that
The creature's lair.
dark, isn't it?
They usually are. There is no fear, only certainty. No fear, only certainty. No fear, only certainty.
Knock it off, will you? I don't know what your problem is.
We shouldn't be here, Clees. Can't you feel it? The dark side. It's everywhere.
No, I'll tell you what is everywhere. Treasures, knowledge. Look at this. That is a yellow suit saber. Wait, what? And this, I can't believe it. Taylor, it is a Vitalicron. It's said to contain the actual memories of a yellow cultist. If we can get it back to the temple.
No, 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 no.
Die.
Clees, looking is one thing, but taking... These artifacts aren't ours. They belong to another culture. Even if they weren't mind-numbingly dangerous, stealing them is just plain wrong.
What?
Oh my god, they actually did it!
Seriously?
They're turning the Jedi into the British Empire's archaeologists. They're turning the Jedi into the British Empire's archaeologists. The British archaeologists stole everything.
First, isn't this civilization dead?
What now?
Isn't this civilization dead?
I don't think I understand.
The people, these things, the people that made these things, aren't they all dead at this point?
Yes, I think they are actually.
Then, what the fucking argument is this?
It's
They
the
are from
argument.
another.
It's the argument that museums are theft, man.
Oh my fucking god!
Making sure that everyone can see them and putting them in a museum where they can be preserved, theft. Let's leave them in the old decrepit temples instead.
Yeah, a temple that is now open, and these things are going to erode into nothing.
A temple with booby traps. You know,
Also,
to make
yes.
it easier for the locals to get in and have a look and explore their own history and all that, right?
Yeah. And also, a temple full of weapons that could kill Jedi and anyone else. You know, safe.
Yeah. So let's see. Lions Amon says that Star Wars physics don't question this. Also, the Jedi Force power is actually a hard thing to do, and Jedi Force push is actually a hard thing to do. Okay. Siege says ads. Hello. Lions Amon says stealing them is actually long said the people who kidnap children and brainwash their parents. A good point.
Also true.
Yeah, but
Their
you see,
morals.
guys, it is the woke Jedi way to steal children, but not to steal items.
Well, things are more valuable than people.
So saith the woke Jedi.
This has some connotations.
I mean, you're not wrong. Kevin Scott has actually helped red pill me a little bit further on the woke crowd. Thank you, Kevin Scott, for that. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Let's see what could possibly go wrong.
Don't be such a Ferville.
I'm not. The Masters...
will be falling over themselves when they see what we have discovered.
Oh yes, I'm sure they will. They'll be falling all over themselves, trying to draw their lightsabers at the two Padawan idiots who decided to break into a dark side temple to bring dark side artifacts on their own.
If nothing else, she said that she feels the dark side. They are going to come back and they are going to feel like the dark side. That is going to raise some questions.
Lions Amon says, don't forget that Jedi also committed more of war crimes. Well, they did do... I guess they committed war crimes. I'd have to look at specific examples, but...
Well, almost destroying a planet to train a Padawan.
Well, yeah, but can you call it a war crime if it's not a war?
Well, I will
It's a
say
crime
crimes...
against... It would be a crime against humanity, but it wouldn't be necessarily a war crime, but yeah. All right,
Same difference. That shot.
What is?
The genetic seal is...
Cleas! What's wrong? What happened?
Run!
Ty?
So, possession?
What?
Possession or something?
Well,
What is happening?
what is happening? I'm not... I think he's being possessed, yeah, but I'm not entirely sure.
It's like someone should have been... I don't know, outside of this dark side temple. That's it. Instead inside. Well, let's continue.
Yeah.
Tai? Has that thing got a brightness control?
Here, take this.
Thanks. You got a weapon that can go with it? A blaster, a spare saber or two? Anything I can use to, defend myself.
If you stop yawking, maybe you won't need to. The first rule of monster hunting is to shut up. And also, of course, carry around a bright lightsaber in the middle of the dark that makes you stand out like a Christmas tree.
Well, if nothing else, it is going to make the beast come to you.
I suppose. Coolessa says, greetings, what did I miss? Well, you missed the argument that putting stuff in a museum where they can be preserved and seen by all is theft, man. Because that's an actual argument that they presented in this comic so far. Lions Amon says, not much. Yeah, other than that, not too much. Siege says, monster hunting. Yes, monster hunting. All right. Get back! Roar! This looks like something that the Cavan would come up with.
Yeah, I cannot say no to that.
Move!
This is why I need a weapon. Aha! No, do you like this, you big hiding monstrosity, you? You're throwing a fucking rock.
Ow! Dude, stop helping! Those horns could be a problem. Okay, so now it's kind of like a Monster Hunter hunt where you have a level 1 player trying to team up with someone that's high rank. And the level 1 character is just busy throwing rocks at it with the bow gun, while the high rank player keeps getting hit in the face.
To be honest, it is Picture perfect.
Yep. Coolesses says, did they talk about why global warming is bad yet? No, presumably that is in the next issue. Lion Zimmerman says, what? Coolesses says the furry is MVP. Siege says, lol, okay. Or Coolesses says, well, really? With regards to the whole museums are theft, yes, really. They did actually make the argument. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to make a shorts out of that, so hooray for me. I get another shorts. You need to calm down, Beastie. I don't want to hurt you. Yet.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the farmers from Destroy All Humans, where if they spot you and you run away, they say, I wasn't going to hurt you. Well, not much anyway.
Crypto did nothing wrong.
Crypto did nothing wrong. Those cows were asking for it.
Indeed.
Lion Zaman says, just imagine him through this rock and get a critical success and stun the monster. Oh, I could kind of see that with the way this comic is going. But anyways.
That will mean he is useful. That cannot happen. Has to be something I can do, something I can use.
I guess I'll do the girl here.
Huh? Hello? Hello, is anyone there? The girl from the settlement. You're alive. You're not in a good way. Don't worry. I'll get you out.
I think we know where this is going.
Yes. A return from the spider.
Yes, presumably.
Come, spider.
Cool SS says Coom Spider. Yep. Coom Spider is a Slanesh warrior. Or, yeah, Slanesh worshipper. Coom for the Coom god. It's going to be... Oh, that's your line. Never mind.
It's going to be all right.
Yeah. This is not all right. Lightsaber. 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 Great. Come on, Ty. You can do this. I like how they turned the Jedi into almost like that. Almost like a blind person. Lightsaber, lightsaber, where's my lightsaber?
Wait a second. Aren't the Jedi usually attuned to their own lightsaber?
Yeah, that too.
Well, this is disappointing.
Coolessa says, we missed you, Spider Bro. Lion Damon says, hentai. Siege is laughing. It shouldn't be this difficult. Yes! No!
Oh my god.
Crash. Aroo!
So
All right.
she brought down the
brought
wall with the force.
Yeah, apparently. So she somehow, in her ineptitude, managed to bring the entire cave to collapse, trying to get her lightsaber.
That is some overreaching.
That is some... have you ever heard of something that stupid happening in Star Wars so far?
In the previous canon, I cannot think of a single moment, I think.
Yeah, that is kind of weird now. And
I mean, we have seen the Force fail when you didn't do it right, but coin overpowered or something? I don't think so.
All right, well then, let's go ahead and get to the next page. Stupid force, stupid me. That you, beastie? Guess you're trapped too. That's what you get for playing rough. A Jedi, ladies and gentlemen, or at least someone that used to be a Jedi.
Disappointment.
Yes. But maybe we can get out of here sooner rather than later. Finally, the Segredo proves himself useful. Druin, we're down here. Keep digging. You're not Druin.
No, they aren't.
Oh, dear, oh dear. Lions 8. Okay, so Coolessa says Coom for the Coom God. That one is good. I will use it one day. Lions Amon says the avatar of the Coom God is the Coom Bender. Coolessa says Spider Bro got the hentai protagonist haircut though. Coolessa says, I don't want to hurt the monster. Let's break every bone it got by breaking the cave roof over it. I see that she a big fan of Batman. Lion Damon says, what are you reading? Siege is laughing. Coolessa goes, brother, I'm pinned here. So let's see how Return of the Coom Spiders goes. So this is unexpected.
Get away from here.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? We have the girl from the settlement dressed up like a swarm turkey.
She's alive?
Until they get angry. Yeah, I am not gonna let the same happen to you.
No, stop!
Why did you do that? They're going to eat you and me too.
No, they're not.
I don't understand. Are you controlling them?
Not me. I think it's him. He's the king of the Coom Spiders.
Also,
Yeah?
is he going to be a Jedi or something? Because a normal person should not be able to control the fucking lightsaber.
A good point, but hey. What can we really expect with Cavan Scott's writing here, eh?
Not much.
Stefan says, hello, loyal citizens, what's going on in this comic? By the Republic! Lions Amon says, step bro, I'm pinned here.
Oh my... No.
Lions Amon says, he's the Coom Bender. Coolessa says, this comic successfully made me a Slanesh worshipper. With champion like Coom Spider, who could say she is not the best Chaos God? That gives the phrase "she who thirsts" a whole new and very wrong meaning. Or so Sim says, lions. No bad lions. Siege is laughing. Well, Coolesses has confirmed it. This comic is heresy.
More heresy. Well, shall we continue?
Yes.
The Gretalax? Are you sure?
I'll take that, thank you. First up, No one touches my saber, not even if they think they're saving my life.
Sorry.
I'll forgive you just this once. Secondly, not everything is as it first seems. Like you, I assumed the Greatalax was a mindless beast. Unlike you, I should have known better.
Well, nice. You don't mean it is sentient?
Why wouldn't it be sentient?
The question is if it is sapient.
Yeah. Stefan said, Kulesa says this comic is 10 out of 10. Thank you, Slanesh, for showing us Coom Spider. Stefan says, have you seen the 40k scented candles? There's a Slanesh one. Smells like this comic. Ew. DY says, so how much of this train wreck have I missed?
Quite a bit.
A little bit. Enough that I can say that apparently, according to this comic, museums are theft, man. Lions Aimon is laughing. Siege says to DY, not much, but all of it worth it. Kulesa says, poor monster, every bone of his body is broken. Well, let's find out. Maybe, but it's so hard to tell. I've never been good at this. I think we'll let you voice this guy.
Okay. Feel the connection through the force. Your mind and their mind. Two wheels as one.
I've never been able to... Oh. So that's how it works.
Die?
The Greatalax. It did what I couldn't. It formed a bridge through the force.
It can use the force? Is that normal?
The force is in all things. That's what my master always used to say. No, don't!
What's happening?
The rock weavers, they're...
They are what? Die!
This must be what happened. I thought they were going to eat her, but that's not it at all. I can feel it through the Greatalax. They want to help her. No, the Greatalax wants to help her. They're doing its bidding.
But the people of Town? They said it was a monster, that it went on a rampage.
Yes. But why? Bring it down before it destroys everything. I've got you now. Playa! No! Get away from here, please! Oh, sorry. I was voicing her earlier, so...
Okay.
Blasted girl, out of the way! Ah! The Rhydonium fumes. It was Leighton's fault, not yours. And she's still trying to help you, even though she's hurt. Why?
Die? What are you saying?
I'm not sure. No. No!
Die? What is it? What did you learn?
I learned the truth. I learned what the monster did. And it will not stand. End of chapter 3. Okay.
This was less painful than I thought.
It's still not... Yeah, it's still one of the better High Republic comic book series. I still
I
think
mean,
it's probably one of the best so far, which is not exactly saying very much, but
well, it is around a 4 or a 5 at best.
4 or 5 out of 10. Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that. It's still pretty bad, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And it's at least fun to have a laugh at it, so there is that. But yeah, it's still not good. It's basically only really read it if you're into some ironic humor, and also if you want to make some coom spider jokes, then yeah, it might be entertaining then. But that's really, at least it's not as bad as High Republic or High Republic Adventures. Both of those are absolute garbage. But this is not at least that. It's still Cavan Scott, so the writing is still terrible, or is still bad at least, and the way they depict the Jedi is, of course, wrong.
yeah, we have to take a stab at colonialism, at least. If not, it is not going to be one of his works.
DY says to Stefan, somehow I'm starting to wish for a collab between Dr. Squatch and GW. I'm not wish it for the sake of GW. Lions Amon says the monster is a lolicon. Seed says, "Oh no." Seed says it's still tolerable. Coolessa says, "I mean, it's great Slanesh propaganda."
Yeah, that is true.
Yep, there's one reason to condemn this this comic, because it is heresy. So obviously, heresy. Do not let the local inquisitor see you having a look at this, or else things will go very badly, I'm sure.
They're going to suffer a blunt to the head.
They're going to call an exterminatus just to be sure. Coolessa says, "Oh boy, I can't wait. In the next comic, they tell me how bad capitalism and somehow forgetting corporatism." Did you see, like I said, the bit where they... Well, I'm not sure if you saw it or not. The bit where they tried to say that museums are evil because... Yes, here it is. These artifacts aren't yours. They belong to another culture. Even if they weren't mind-numbingly dangerous, stealing them is just plain wrong. Yes, so museums are evil. Recovering historical artifacts is evil theft, man. The art seems to be okay and consistent, says Siege, so I'll give him points for that. Still a 5 at most. Yeah, the art is also decent at least, so yeah.
We have seen way worse, so...
Remember the NPC faces from High Republic Adventures.
Or the time when we found out that Luke is a furry.
Yeah, that time when we found out that Luke was a furry, thanks to Sam Maggs, the person that's going to help write the Knights of the Old Republic remake.
Oh, it is fucked.
God help us all.
Well, we have the old version.
That is true, unless I try getting rid of it, because we know how certain companies connect. Coolessa says, in good news, my favorite co-op games, Deep Rock Galactic, got one of the biggest free updates, so it's good. Glad to hear it. Alright, so ultimately, yeah, this comic is not the worst of the High Republic comics. It's in fact one of the better ones. It's still not good, but can potentially be entertaining to read, ironically.
I mean, compared to the others, you can at least buy this and not throw it out to the trash.
Yes. At least this doesn't fill me with absolute sheer disgust the way that the other stuff tends to when it comes to High Republic. Are you going to read Warhammer 40k Fire and Steel? I'll have to have a look. Oh yes, seen some strange things on this journey. Luke not furry, he worse DX. Alright, but anyways, so yeah, that was the thoughts on this. What are your thoughts? My thoughts anyways. So what are your thoughts on this one, Horus?
Well, if nothing else, I can give them props for staying more or less on course and remaining somewhat consistent.
Yeah, I can...
But other than that, I will read this once and probably forget about it.
Yes, but there is one thing you will never forget, and that is
Cool spider.
Yep! Coolessa says, I still rate it as I will not force myself to read it. Fun to read with others as laughing at it. Yeah, pretty much. Lion Zaman says, wait, think its name is Fire and Honor. Okay. I'll have a I'll have a look and see. May try reading that, but yeah. Alright, so in any case, this has been Ace.
This has been Uros.
And we both hope to see you again soon. Until then, take care.